A retro cut there, Thin Lizzy. Don't believe a word. On XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant. Bubba-doo-boo. Who's that over there? It's Carly Pilk Boys. You alright, Karl?
Oh, that's clever.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah.
Yeah, come on, up, bigga-bagga-doo. Up, yeah? Project. There's people out there wanting to, you know, cheer up their Saturday afternoon. We're the boys for it, yeah? We're like quick fitters.
Yeah.
Come on.
Alright, Karl?
Yeah.
Come on!
I'm alright, I'm up for it.
That's it, this is the height of excitement.
This is it, is it?
That's
This
how
is
you
you.
sound when you're 100%
This is you
excited.
off your head, is it? High on life. Right. What did Suzanne say about you saying about a big ass? Go on.
She heard about it.
Should we recap
Yeah.
what happened last week?
Well, the week before, he said that, her haircut looked like Dave Hill from Slade. She didn't like that. So, that's what I said, she was a bit grumpy. He went, yeah, I didn't mention her fat ass. Still thinking that she would never hear about this.
Yeah.
What happened when you went home?
She heard about that off a mate,
Yeah.
and we sorted it out. Didn't have to buy her anything. I just sort of said, come on, you know what the show's about and that. Stop moaning. Right. That was alright until about Thursday, when I was reading about, do you know, like, they say there's like two worlds and that, and, whatever I'm doing now here, there's another one of me doing the same.
Yeah. But,
Well, no, he's probably taking some time off. He's probably having a week off.
yeah.
But I was just talking about that, and she was saying, nah, that doesn't happen. And I sort of said, well, they definitely won't have a haircut like yours. Right?
So
And
again.
that sort of started the argument again.
It's almost like you haven't learnt your lesson. Also, it's like you're talking about it again on air almost, in a way, so our mates could hear again. It's very short learning curve. You know, Karl, if there was if I cut a hole in a box and you knew there was an orange in there, right, and you put your hand in, would you be stuck there trying to get that orange out, do you think? Or would you just, like, let it go and sort of tip it upside down to get it out?
What do you mean?
I think that answers your question. Is that a cardboard box on your hand? So, is there any other things you want to criticise Suzanne for while we're on air? Anything else? Anything that's been niggling that you feel you should get off your chest? The hair, the arse.
Nah, leave
No,
it.
everything else is
Yeah,
fine.
Leave it. I think so.
Okay.
That's good. I think leave it. Well done.
Now, can we just check what other big Karl features have we got today? We got Monkey News.
Got Monkey News
That's
coming up,
important, yeah.
Got a bit of, got Rockbusters.
Uh-huh.
And, the film thing. That,
Still not got a name.
Yeah.
The film thing.
just me in a film and that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Brilliant.
this week we're digging out the old, the one when I'm in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Right, so you're going to make
Jack
an appearance.
Nicholson, brilliant film.
Yeah, brilliant film. It was my favourite film till I saw Godfather.
It's better than that.
Well, you know, yeah, some would say that, yeah.
No, it is. The storyline's more interesting than
I
that.
didn't know there was an actual answer. I didn't. Sorry, it's what's best?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Is it?
Nest.
That's
Okay.
fact, Rick.
Oh, right. Okay. Where's Godfather? Because I want to know. Because I don't embarrass myself. Or is it my fourth favourite film or something? Or
Probably about fifth.
is my fifth favourite film? Is it? Brilliant.
Talking of lists.
I suppose I like Kez and the Elephant Man. Do I?
Do you?
Lists, Rick. I don't know if you saw in the paper. I think it's on TV this evening. It's, as voted for by viewers of VH1,
Yeah.
the music channel.
Yeah.
And they've basically come up with a list of the greatest pop culture icons, ever. There's 100.
Where's
total.
Elvis?
So Elvis, for instance, is number 3.
Jimmy Dean in there?
James Dean is in there. I think he's a bit lower. Let me see. He's, number 22. We got David Beckham at number 1.
Oh wow. Okay. Well then, so Robbie Williams is in there. So it's British bias.
Yeah, Robbie Williams is number 9. He's just below ABBA.
Oh
Number
okay.
8. But, interestingly, this is of interest to you, I think. Number 66,
Yeah.
The Office.
That's all right.
Well, it is, Rick. It's nice that the show is in there, and that's a very flattering thing. I'll tell you what cheapens it. I'll tell you what undermines it.
Yeah.
The things that are lower in the list than the show.
Oh God. So we've beaten.
Well, I'll
on.
give you a little test.
Yeah.
Higher or lower? Do you think this is higher, near the top of most important pop culture icons, or lower than ours? Okay, I'm going to give you, Superman.
Well. International, been around since the 30s, one of the biggest icons on the planet. I'll say higher.
Lower.
But, yeah.
Ludicrous.
Okay.
Do you think higher
So-
or lower? Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. This guy's been to the moon.
Well, I'd say lower then.
Lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that saying the people behind the rocket or just him? Because he just sat in it, didn't he? He just sat there, he didn't do anything.
No, but it's the
what
icon,
he's symbolic of.
It's not how much work went into it.
Alright.
A few others.
What about things like Coca-Cola?
Oh no, they don't really count. It tends to be.
So it's not.
They don't feature. I mean, Mickey Mouse is in there. What do you reckon? Tom Cruise, higher or lower? Tom Cruise is the #1 box office movie star in the world.
Well, presumably lower.
He's lower. He's number 81. Just about scraped in there. And it really is a list drawn up by people who've just sat at home and looked along their video and book collection.
Yeah.
Office, yeah, that's good.
Well, I think it is a reflection of that, but it's always the same that they, you do an HMV poll, and it's Pet Sounds, Revolver, Let's Get It On, Robbie Williams, Life Through a Lens. Because it's, you know, it's the people that vote, it's a reflection of, like, those massive, you know, what's big at the moment. I was the most powerful man in comedy, let's not forget.
Yes.
1 year ago.
Yeah.
Wonder where I'll be this year.
See, if that had been the laziest man in comedy, you'd have got my vote. Interestingly, though, at number 26, Karl Pilkington.
Oh, imagine. Oh. All possibilities. Badly drawn boy on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with Miss Steve Merchant and little Carly Pilcoids.
Rick, Susie's emailed.
Yeah.
She wonders if you could give a massive hello to Hannah and Charlotte and all in the sixth form at Cobthall School.
Yeah.
She's on to listen. Would you give them a massive hello?
Shout out, yeah, massive.
Respect, man.
Where are they from?
I don't know, I can't quite pronounce it. Cobthall School?
Cobthall Massive.
Yeah.
They're probably known as. Yeah.
So good luck to Suze and Hans and Charles.
When did we start doing dedications?
I feel we should, because I've always felt this is something that's lacking on the show. Interaction with the audience, you know?
Interesting only to the one person whose name is mentioned.
Of course. But that's how proper DJs fill out their time. They don't talk about monkeys and, you know, and all that kind of drivel.
Oh. Do you think monkeys are drivel, Karl?
Well, we'll still be doing a bit of monkey news. It doesn't matter how much you have a pop at it. It's coming up in a bit. Yeah. Got some good stuff this week. I know it's been a bit dull. Last 2 weeks.
Well, no, it's not been dull. It's been totally untrue.
As ever.
Bordering on the impossible. I mean, monkey dating, saying, what tree are we meeting in? You believe that sort of drivel. So, I mean, oh, God. Jonathan Ross told a story about a chimpanzee once. It was about, but it was about how it escaped from the zoo, and it jumped on a bus.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. Funny.
I did that one.
But is there possibility in that one being true?
I did that one.
I think you said something like he drove the bus, or he was conducting it, or
I think you said he took it to Spain. Do you see the difference? It's that little stretch of credibility that means it's all shite.
How is Jonathan Ross? Alright? Is he? I wondered how long it would take before his name popped up. How is he? How is the old man? Looking forward to his birthday Monday?
Oh dear. Yeah.
I don't know if any of the listeners saw Ricky on Jonathan Ross's TV show last night.
Yeah.
What? I mean, man alive.
What?
Well, that's not an interview. How is that an interview?
What?
It's not, he wasn't interviewing you, he's like two pals just having a laugh. And if it was like it was a family do, and you just happened to film it and stick it on the telly. My friend made a good point, it was like any minute his kids were gonna pop out, sit on that sofa next to you and go, oh, Uncle Ricky, do the little dance. It was unbelievable. I mean, what were you wearing, for a start? What's that? Some tatty old jumper like you've just been doing some Artexing and he'd gone pot round with it, we're having a couple of drinks.
That was Lambretta.
Was it inside out?
Trendy jumper.
How do you keep getting things with the St. George Cross on it?
What do you mean? That's the only one I've
got. You've got loads of stuff. T-shirts, jumpers, shoes.
No, I've got a Union jacket. What's it? A French Connection one.
But that's not my concern.
I haven't got any underpants.
That's not my concern, no. It's just the fact that, I mean, firstly...
Yeah.
The fact that Ricky, for those of you who don't realise, Ricky is friends with Jonathan Ross. They are friends. Now, they've only known each other, what, a year, maybe?
About 2, yeah.
It's less, I think it's less than 2. And what worries me is, the friendship's too close.
What do you mean?
Because you're over 40. You see, it seems to me that after the age of 25, men should not be becoming really close friends with other men. It should be like you've had all your friends, you made them at university, at school, And if you were in any walk of life and you met someone at a party or a pub, even if you got on, you would not be phoning them every other day, like going to an awards. What are you wearing, Jonathan? I've heard this conversation. What are you wearing? I think I might wear this. Is it too formal? Is that going to be too formal?
It's not true.
It is.
That's
You're always
not true.
on the phone to him. You're always chatting. I'm just going to pop around. Oh, I'm just going to play some tennis.
Yeah, we play tennis.
Always hanging out with the guy, and it's to me it's unhealthy. And this. It's just bled over now onto TV.
Hold on,
so,
one minute, 1 minute.
Whoa. So, you're there, it's like, I'll tell you what it reminded me of, Des O'Connor and Jethro. Coming on to plug his live video.
Or Tarvey and Kenny Lynch.
And then at the end of the interview, after they've been, mutually backslapping, he gave you a pet. Jonathan Ross gave you a cat as a replacement for your cat which died. Now, to me, that's an inappropriate gift.
Why? It's a lovely gift.
You should be. I don't think people should be giving pets gifts.
Do you know what I've got in there for his birthday?
Up to a wedding with I just bought you a cat.
Do you know what I've got him for his birthday? I've got him as child.
Well, you may as well, because that's what it's like, a cat to me.
I've got a small Rwandan child.
A cat to me is like, I've bought you this small child. I was going to sponsor him, but I got a bit of cash, I've flown him over. It's too intimate, it's too much responsibility.
Do you know what I think, Karl?
Go on.
I think Steve's a bit jealous.
I'll tell you, I've got good reason to be jealous.
What?
I've got good reason to be jealous, I just remembered this. Your birthday,
Yeah.
Jonathan Ross was there. Karl Pilkington was there.
Yeah.
I don't remember being invited. I don't remember being invited. Was I there, Karl? You were there. I don't remember being there.
But you're with him all day and that.
Right,
so
okay, well, yeah, but he sees you a lot. I mean, Jonathan, he's round his house every other day playing tennis, and who else knows what, swimming together and sat in his jacuzzi, cracking wise. What happened there? What happened there?
Oh, we've got to the bottom of it. Play a record.
The villa that we went to afterwards could only sleep
It may as well
six.
have been. How is the cat, alright? Yeah, what have you named it, Jonathan?
Ollie. Hey ya! Outcast, XFM, 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. It's that time, isn't it? Rockbusters.
Whee!
Come on, Karl, what you got for us?
Alright, well, do you want to say what the prizes
Actually,
are?
the prizes aren't bad
away
this week.
Really?
We've got,
I'll be the judge of that.
Actually, what am I talking about? No, there's a 2-disc set, Rock and Roll Legends, on the cover there. We've got Buddy Holly, Elvis, Roy Orbison, and Little Richard. So
No one wants that, baby.
Nobody's interested. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, a DVD. I'm a Nick Cave fan and I wouldn't watch it.
No, you'd watch it once at most, when there was nothing else.
Knowing Me, Knowing You.
No, I mean, Nick Cave's good, but when do you watch rock DVDs?
I know. Knowing Me, Knowing You, a great series, obviously, but once again, on VHS. Who wants it on VHS? Where are all the bonus features?
Absolute pointless
The
so
only thing
far.
that's half decent is this enormous hardback League of Gentlemen book, which is the scripts and all sorts of other stuff. If you're a League of Gentlemen fan, you'll love it. If you're not, I guess it's a good Christmas gift.
If you're not a League of Gentlemen, there's nothing in this for you.
No, exactly.
So...
So, you can either enter for the hell of it.
A pile of rubbish. What's the well, not as bad as the competition, I suppose, so... Go on.
Well, you know how it works. Cryptic clue.
It's not really cryptic, it's usually wrong.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
Right, so the first one, there's 3 of them, you get them right, you win the stuff. First one,
I'll get them close, I mean, 'cause you could win this if you got 1 right, possibly.
if you go to Chepstow, you will.
Was that a clue, or is that a point? Is that something?
That's a clue.
Right.
All
Say
right.
it again.
If you go to Chepstow, you will.
And what are the initials?
Just S.
Just S.
Right. Second one, E.T. is upset. What's up with him? Alright. E.T. is upset. What's he upset for? What's wrong with him? Alright.
Different. So not cryptic, so... go on.
M.E. The initials there.
N-E?
M.
M-E.
M for mother. M.E. Alright. And the third one, I had a tape with,
Jesus. Imagine Bob Holness doing this in the Gold Run against the clock. Right, I had a tape. No, I had a tape with some.
listen, I had a tape with like Humpty Dumpty on it, and Hickory Dickory Dock and that on it, but I broke it. Alright?
Constantly listening to trying to figure them out.
Trying to solve the crime.
Exactly.
Who pushed Humpty?
Yeah.
The initials there, B.R. Right? So, first one, if you go to Chepstow, you will. The initial S. E.T.'s upset. What's up with him? Right, what's up with E.T.?
I don't know.
What's up with E.T.? E.T.'s upset. What's up with E.T.?
Yeah. The initials there, M.E., is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go through that one more time.
Yeah.
If you go to Chepstow,
They're
you
like
might.
jazz questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Just freeform.
Exactly, yeah. E.T.'s a bit upset. What's gay? What's that? What? Hey, dude, what's the matter, man?
And I had a tape with, like, Humpty Dumpty on it, Hickory Dickory Dock, stuff like that. Doesn't work anymore. What's gone on there, right?
What's gone on there?
B.R.
First time we said, well, you broke it.
Well, I broke it then.
Is that important or not?
Yeah. I broke it.
And it's B.
B.R.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, well, you can text if you have a mobile phone, so everyone, there's no excuse to not take part. 83XFM is the text, 83XFM, or the phone number. No, we're not doing the phone, obviously. We don't
I know what the B might stand for.
And otherwise it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. We'd love to hear from you.
Oh, it just sucks the lifeblood out of me,
does,
just listening to Rockbusters.
Something to bring you down even further, although it's a beautiful, beautiful tune.
Oh, beautiful.
Ryan Adams has got a number of different albums out at the moment. One is called Rock and Roll. It's not great, don't really bother with that one. Do dig out, though, Love Is Hell Part 1 from Ryan Adams. It's available at different places, and you'll find this on it. Track 5, Wonderwall, his version of Oasis is wonderful.
Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It's a treat. It's XFM 104.9.
Yeah. Fortune Faded, Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9.
You, of course, don't ever take the tube anywhere, Rick.
No.
You haven't done that for years.
No.
Take cars everywhere, or you walk.
Mm.
Or you get a lift from Jonathan. But me, I'm still forced to take the tube, which is also very embarrassing at the moment, because
You're not
those
forced to
posters.
take the tube, are you?
I am.
What do you mean you're
What, am I made of money?
Well, you could
How
walk.
else am I going to get about?
You could walk.
What?
You can drive. Why don't you buy a car?
Oh yeah, driving into the centre of town? Congestion charge, are you paying that? Are you a fiver?
Hey? What do you think of that, Karl? Hey?
Oh yeah, 'cause he's Mr. Flush. He's Mr. Lavish with his cash.
No, I've moved in closer. I'm not moaning about it. I walk everywhere now.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm
Something
pleased
about
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pleased for
moaned
you.
about it, but then I sorted it out.
But you're always whinging anyway. Let's not get on to you, Karl. It's always you,
same.
you.
Yeah.
So,
What's up with Steve today, do you think, Karl?
I don't know what's going on.
He's having a go, isn't he?
it's not helping those posters being on the tube of us. That's not helping. I don't know if you've seen those posters. You'd obviously don't go to
I saw the, yeah. I haven't seen it on the tube, but.
Everywhere I go, I'm stood next to one. I can't avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm on the tube waiting. I look around. It's us again. And it's so embarrassing because it looks like you're stood next to it deliberately.
But I can't browse in HMV now. I went last week, and you keep coming up to pictures or cardboard cutouts of Brent, right?
Yeah.
And I was in a bookshop, and I was looking at there's a big almanac of comedy, right? And I was just looking through it, just browsing, right, killing time, and there was a picture of me. And just as I started looking at this right up at the office, a tap on the shoulder, it was one of the worst there, said, "Do you mind signing some script books?" So she saw me looking at myself.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go, I just turned to that page then.
Yeah, I was in a bookshop looking, there was a big book on sitcoms, it was like the A to Z of sitcoms or something like that, and I genuinely was looking up other shows, because it was about other comedy shows. And I was looking something up, guy that I knew came up to me, like that, and I just started like, I'm just looking, Robin's Nest, where's that? Birds of a Feather, I just gotta, because it's like, I'm interested in comedy before the fact I got in comedy, so I will buy a book on comedy.
Exactly, yeah.
But on the tube, it's really awkward, because it's like, it's everywhere I walk, they're kind of round the corner, so you don't sort of expect them. And then I'm sort of running now from kind of corridor to corridor, pillar to pillar, to avoid being stood next to this picture, in case I look like someone who stands next to his picture, trying to get recognised.
Imagine that! Of course, Karl didn't want his little round bald head on that.
Yeah. But, I was on the tube today, and, you know, sometimes you can't help but overhear a conversation.
Yeah.
And, this one woman, there were two friends, they were sat there, and one woman said, she just said, I must tell you this. I was in the pub last night, and, Dave called, and I said, Dave, he said, I can't hear you. I said, Dave, he said, I can't hear you. So I held the phone up so he could hear all the noise in the pub.
That was it?
That was the anecdote. That was the story. And I wanted to lean over to her friend and say, unless this woman has given you a kidney or saved you from drowning, do not be friends with her. Break up this friendship.
She hasn't got anecdotes.
Because what's that? And I've got acquaintances like that, where you speak to me, get cornered at a party, you know this is the person who has not got anecdotes. The anecdotes, they're not stories. That's it. It's like you're expecting for something else to happen. Never does.
Well, I was, with, Danny Baker yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
He's brilliant bloke. First time I met him, and we got on like a house on fire.
Put your his number straight in your mobile.
Well, we've exchanged numbers, because he's got some great anecdotes.
You had to delete mine, because you only got so many.
I might write with him, because he's funny. He did this thing, and it was absolutely brilliant. He's doing he wrote a documentary, and he's a great guy. He's funny as well, you know what I mean?
It's this, I tell you what, it's the showbiz friendship. That's what I loathe, I think. It's the fact that, like, somehow, you're sort of, because it's like you haven't got to go through the formalities of making friends with someone, because well, I respect your work, you respect mine, you know I'm a funny guy, you've seen my work. Let's be friends. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it's like, it's a horrible, kind of icky sort of...
Listen, Steve, me and you are gonna stay in touch whatever. So, I mean, probably not my birthday this year, but next year, we'd have known each other, what, 7, 8 years? Yeah. So, come to that one.
Yeah.
Well, can
Do I need to wear the waiter's outfit again?
Oh, God! Oh, dear. PIMP by 50 Cent, or 50 Cent, as I call him. XFN 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, you're Stephen Merchant, there's little Karl Pilkington over there. Alright?
Alright. Yeah, not bad. Listen,
oh, he's perked up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back in the area. Well, you got something to say?
I was kept quiet in the first hour, I'll let you get on with it now.
What you got to say? Is it, just have a guess, is it about monkeys, Chinese people, or little gay fellas?
It's about little gay fellas.
Is it?
Of course it is.
Go on.
Yeah, but not because I like
Sorry, I'm just making a tally, let me just note that down.
Yeah.
No, but it fascinates me, doesn't it? All stuff like that, that's a bit, sort of different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that.
What,
you were showing me.
Like monkeys and Chinese people?
Well, and that thing you were showing me before, the half woman.
No, you weren't impressed with that?
Well, no.
You know that woman that's got two pieces of genetic makeup in her, where it was two separate sperms and two separate eggs, fused, and she came out as sort of a normal person, but she had this residue of genetic material, and so she's had 2 children that aren't genetically the same as her.
Yeah.
Right? And they showed it in the paper by doing her half white and half black to show the 2 different, you know what I mean, just for, he went, does she look like that? I said, of course not. He went, not interested then.
Of course. Yeah.
He said, how could I tell? Not interested in that at all.
Yeah.
If I'd have said she'd given birth to a monkey, fascinated, straight away.
Well, anyway.
Go on.
But that's what I'm saying, I'm just interested in weird stuff, right?
Yeah. So am I. That's why you're on the show.
Talking about little gay fellas and that.
Yeah.
Little gay fellas. Northern Line, the underground tube thing.
Not the boy band.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, on a Saturday night, late, I don't know what that is, what time late is in the sort of gay community, as we've discussed before. But apparently the last carriage on the Northern Line, they all get in there.
What do you mean they all get in there?
They sort of take over the last carriage of the Northern Line on a Saturday night.
Right.
And it's like the gay carriage.
Right. And what exactly do? They just travel about on the Northern Line?
No, just have a chat and that, and like, just,
stick on the communards.
How do you know?
Someone told me.
See, I mean, I'm glad you've informed me, because it wouldn't bother me, but I feel I should be told about these things, because I'm likely to stumble onto that carriage by mistake, and it's not that it'd be a problem, it's just I might feel a little uncomfortable if there's a lot of people in, you know, the black, the black leather gear and the moustaches, the hats.
I mean, to be quite honest, they'd be annoyed.
Of course.
Because they'd be expecting something a little bit, you know.
What do you mean?
Well.
They're good looking, most of them.
Sure.
No, they are good-looking fellas, though, aren't they?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They're just a lot of the gay, you know, they look after themselves and that and look good. Keep themselves.
Some of them work out, yeah.
You see, this is the problem I have, because there's a lot of areas in London and elsewhere in the country where there's a sort of, you know, it's a gay thing, you know, it's a gay public toilet, or I don't mean it's gay public, it's not like a legal thing.
You mean it's a cottage?
But it's a cottage, whatever. I mean, I remember being, in Bristol once doing some...
You're confused when I said it's a cottage. Yeah. That's a term for where gay people go in toilets to sort of meet and greet each other.
Well, I
shake hands.
I was at, the public library in Bristol once doing some studies from a 6th form, and, I think the toilet was closed in the library, and I was dying for the toilet, and I popped down, there was a public toilet behind the library. I thought, I can't believe my luck. Dashed down there, it was about 6-ish in the evening, I was working late, I was studying hard. I went in there, and I swear to God, I saw 2 fellas. With the...
Is that unusual, or?
Well, no, they were up to some hijinks.
What they're sort of like...
Do you know the thing that struck me? What? One of them had bright red underpants.
What do you mean? They
were actually doing, you know, they were having some kind of, you know, they were having relations. They weren't even in a cubicle, they were out in the...
Where were the underpants?
What, around his ankles?
No!
Yes, I swear to God, I'm not gonna make this up.
What were you?
I don't know, like, how old you are in the sixth form? 16 or whatever, 17?
Yeah, and what did you do?
Well, I actually said...
you just joined in? What else did you do? You might as well.
I actually swore, I said, oh, F me. And then I went, oh, no, don't. No, I did, I swear to God. I did. I went, oh, F me. No, don't. Because I was panicked, and I ran out. And as I was walking out, a guy was coming in, I went, oh, hang on, mate. And then I thought, I better not tell him. I'll let him find out for himself. He might be going there to join in. He might have got a call. Come down. We're going crazy on each other's ass. Come down.
It's conspiracy, Bristol conspiracy.
What annoyed me
my
was...
lover, want a bit of car?
What angered me, Rick, was the fact that I wasn't notified, that there was not... I didn't know
there was no sign.
And afterwards, I spoke to other people about it, and they said, oh, it's a famous gay home. But what annoys me is I feel that they should put an ad in the local press, a big paper, like once a week, like, you know, when they recall cars if they're damaged or there's a fault, or Currys might bring back stuff if they're sort of faulty goods, they say recall and we'll give you money back. What do you suggest? The gay community should put an advert in that just says, these are the hot spots, this is where you're likely to find us doing some stuff. If you're not gay and you might feel uncomfortable, avoid them. And just list them, or little pictures, or, you know, a map or something. Anything, because like the gay tube thing, I don't know.
Fun. 1, 2, 3, railway cuttings.
Well, not that. It's more of a sort of social awareness thing.
Yeah.
So people, you know, don't feel uncomfortable and...
But they don't want it exactly to be like, sort of walking in under a neon sign.
Why? It's legal.
yeah, big arrows. Oh, as if.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
Because, well, it's actually a public place. I don't think cartoon is strictly legal.
But even if they specify what they're going to do.
But some people, some of them aren't, I don't think it's probably seen gays, is it? Yeah, but it's not the people that go out and they say I'm gay and I like Barbara Streisand. It's presumably the sort of people that do that are people that either aren't quite out yet or, do you know what I mean? Or they're doing having a quick one over the way to their wife and kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know completely how it works, but I'm sure there probably isn't a place like, free bumming here tonight.
No, there is kind of.
What?
Because I was walking home one night through Soho, right? Just 'cause that's the way I have to go, not 'cause you know what I mean? I wasn't going there on that, right? So I'm walking through, right? And, I was handed like a card, which was like a gay event, right? Now that's a bit weird, isn't it? That straight away he's presuming that because I'm there that time of night.
Well, and you got a shaved head, and you sort of like, you know, you sort of like quite look after yourself, and you got some nice clothes.
Yeah, but it's still
you look like a little bit rough, don't you? From Manchester, you look like a northern rent boy who comes down to stand outside McDonald's.
But the card was rubbish, right?
What do you mean?
Had this fella on it, right? All sort of greased up and that.
What did you look?
Just having a look. What he'd handed me and that.
Right.
Just having a look. Picture of him, sort of sailor's hat on, tan body, like, just his arse out, like that. And, rubbish slogan, right? The best bum in W1.
Is bum there a noun, or like a verb?
What do you mean?
Well, to bum. Is it like, get the best bum you've ever had? Or, he had the best bum?
I think it's
I don't suppose you asked. No. I don't suppose you called the number to check. What do you mean exactly by this? Does it mean you've got a great arse?
Do you mean I will be well bummed? Or do you mean you've just got a good...
Come on now, let's...
Well, just a final point about... Because I asked my friend how it all works up on the Heath, because I live in Hampstead Heath, near Hampstead, and I was where I didn't want to go walking and get myself involved in anything.
How can you get involved?
No, but again, I didn't want to walk
sort of like, oh, you believe it, I couldn't say no. Oh, my wrist, it's knackered. What do you mean? Well, I was there for about 2 hours, I must have gone about 43 of them. But, you know, I didn't like to say no, because they were so pleased to see me. Oh,
well, it's not so much the fear of that, it's not
good skiing practice. I was doing 2 at a time for a little while.
It's not the fear of that so much as the fact that, again, you don't want to gate crash someone else's party. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You don't, if there was a straight couple having sex, you'd want, oh, I'm sorry, and you'd want to avoid that area.
Yeah, of course.
But I find, so someone told me how it works, and apparently you just go and, you know, sit on a bench or something, and then a guy just sits on the bench, and they just look at each other. There's not really anything said, it's just a kind of nice evening or whatever. You know, I guess it's like 2 in the morning or whatever. And then they go off in the bushes and ding dong. But it's like, I don't know how that culture's developed.
I love this programme.
But why can't that be the case with women? That would be amazing. You just go out to the park, and like 1 in the morning, you just sit on a bench, you just...
Be like a scene from Gigi.
Exactly.
Where he's just walking along with the perambulator.
Yeah. Exactly. But that would just be a joy if there was none of this formality. You've got to talk to them, buy them dinner.
Oh, you're joking.
Romance.
Oh, no.
Just this kind of informal thing. It'd be great.
So what would you do then? You go up to a woman and go, come on.
Yeah.
Let's stop mucking around.
We know why we're both sat on this bench.
There's a nice bush over there.
Yeah.
Let's have a bit.
Yeah, and then she'd go, yeah, great, thanks. I'm killing some time before I, pop into town. Yeah. That'd be perfect, thanks. You make my weekend.
So you're jealous of gays as well as me?
In a sense. In a way.
What do you think, Karl?
Let's put a track on.
Why? You getting scared now?
You brought it up.
Is it getting too close to the bone, so to speak? Radiohead and There on XFM. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
I was talking to my dad the other day. He was saying he lived in Bristol and my family lived in Bristol, and so they can't really listen to the show. And he said, I was thinking of buying your grandparents a digital radio for Christmas so they can listen to your show. Imagine them listening to that last link.
Like you.
And then me seeing them at Christmas. Steve, you never told us you saw 2 blokes bumming.
Yeah, and then what's that about you jacking off 30 men?
Exactly.
You've got to say no, lad. I know you're a nice fella, but just because they want relief, you're not the man for it.
Oh dear. They must be so proud.
Yeah.
Rockbusters.
Yeah, they'd be loving this, right? 3 clues were, first one. If you go to Chepstow, you will, right? The initial was S. That was seahorses. Alright, that was the answer there.
I'll give you that.
That's fair enough.
I'll give you that.
E.T.'s upset. What's wrong with E.T.? What's wrong with him?
Yeah, right.
Initials M.E.
Yeah.
What's up with him? He was Missy Elliott. Alright, Elliott.
Doesn't count at all.
What?
Doesn't count at all.
Missy Elliott. You know what I mean? What's wrong with you?
What is that with him?
No, just let him explain it. Sorry, Karl, do it again. Well, I wasn't listening. Do it again.
Elliott, yeah. Who's in E.T.?
Yeah, I'll just do the clue again.
Right. E.T.'s upset. So he's looking a bit sad and that. What's
what, E.T. the extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Right, and his mate, who's in it's called Elliott.
Yeah.
Right, he's upset. What's up with him? Well, he's Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott, what's she got to do with it though? I don't understand.
No. The way you'd say it, you say, what's up, E.T.? And it'd go, oh, Missy Elliott.
Why would he mention her? I don't understand. Was it a thing in the film?
Missing.
She wasn't even around.
Oh, missing?
Oh, missing Elliott. Oh, no,
that makes sense, Carl. But she's not called Missing Elliott.
It's meant to be about rock stars, though, isn't it? Missing Elliott, isn't it? So it's meant to be about rock stars, isn't it, though?
It's just cryptic, though, isn't it? Cryptic clues.
Oh, no, that's not cryptic. That's shit. You.
Right, the third one. I had a tape, and it had, Humpty Dumpty on it, and...
I love when he says Humpty Dumpty. Yeah. Humpty Dumpty.
Hickory Dickory Dock and that. But the tapes, broke.
Yeah.
That was BR. Buster Rhymes.
Say that again, I'm dozed off.
Sorry, I don't understand. What do you mean?
Who's the winner, Steve?
No, it doesn't. No, do you mean busted?
Well, it's kind of like that. Cryptic.
No, it's not. No, cryptic doesn't mean change it, so it's not the same.
Steve, who's the winner? We've got loads of right answers, so...
It's interesting, this email system, it flashes up suspected spam. If it, spam is that stuff that gets sent around the internet.
Yeah.
And it flashes that up if it thinks it's, gonna be a spam email. And every time it comes in with a Rockbusters answer, it just says suspected spam. In a sense. In a way. Let's give it to, Catherine Jakeways. From Hackney, she's got those answers.
Rubbish, absolute rubbish. You know, talking about your parents listening, Karl was in Heat this week, and they mentioned that he does this thing on Sky. What is it?
It's this thing with Richard Bacon, some programme about watching telly, and you just talk about what you're watching and that.
And he was annoyed because he said because his parents are there, and so he's not doing it. He's not going to turn up because they mentioned it in Heat.
And so his parents might watch.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about that?
I don't like them watching stuff, do I? I've told you. It dates back to when I did Little Donkey at school. Sure. I don't want people watching me.
What's that? Just renew us on Little Donkey? What happened?
It was just, I was there to play the drums and that, in We Three Kings. I was loving it, I got a bit carried away.
How old were you?
About 13. Right?
Yeah. Really?
Probably.
Yeah.
About 10, no, about 10 probably.
Yeah.
6.
Between 6 and 10.
Where old were you? What school were you at?
Okay, you were playing little donkey.
So, and,
no.
No, but it was one of them schools where everyone sort of was in the same one. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, a Manchester school. Just
What
the one
do you
classroom.
mean?
Well, it's like
sweeping chimneys in the day and then 1 hour of learning? What are you talking about? What school were you at? Was it infants, junior, or
they
secondary?
didn't really do that. It was one
What
where...
do you mean? They still have to abide by the laws of the land in Manchester.
No, but it was a lot more... Like you had infants, but
Yeah.
you also had, like, the older lot. There's kids there who, when you're in the younger year and that, you'd see kids and you go, is that...
Talk English and use terms that people do when they're talking about schooling.
I don't even want to talk about this.
No, how old were you? What oh.
I'm guessing maybe 6 or 7 or 8.
So you went from 13 to 6?
Yeah, but like I say, it's hard to remember because...
Imagine if you were giving evidence in a trial.
Yeah. How old were you? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, I can't really narrow it down other than 7 years either way.
You know, theoretically,
Yeah.
he could get called up for jury service. Right, you're on...
White Stripes, hardest button to button on XFM. That's a frightening thought that you came up with before the break. That
Karl, jury service.
Karl could be responsible for someone's rest of their life.
Yeah. Because jury service, that applies to anyone. Anyone could get sent the form. I think you're obliged to go unless you have a really decent reason not to.
Imagine it was a really, really important trial.
But what annoys me is that, isn't it supposed to be you're tried by 12
good
of
men
your
and true.
peers?
12 good men and true. Yeah.
Good men and true.
And women, of course.
The only
these
thing
days.
I can hope is that the defence attorney would wheedle out Karl at an early stage.
Oh yeah, objection. I object.
Yeah.
Why?
I object. Have you heard of something called Rockbusters?
Yeah. Well, sorry, you can't just object on that. Okay, then what if I tell you my client, standing trial, is a little gay Chinese fella? And here are some of the tapes
Yeah.
from XFM.
What
would you do?
He's prejudiced.
So how does it work then?
How does what work?
What do you mean? You just get called up and you have to do jury service unless you've got a very good reason.
And it's not, I normally have Mondays off.
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't like that. Oh,
yeah, or
you have to get there at 9
I've got to
o'clock.
prepare monkey news.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't stand it.
Just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't,
What would you say?
say, oh, don't get me involved. Because I got involved once.
Don't get me involved!
No.
What do you mean you got involved once?
Well, with the police and that, when I lived in Manchester, I saw a bit of car crime going on.
Right.
And I got involved. Hassle. Telling you.
How did you get involved? You phoned the police?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I thought, well, I know, well, that's just it, but I thought, I'd hope somebody did it with my, well.
Yeah.
So, and it's just a hassle. Loads of phone calls.
Canary.
Having to stand on a balcony of this, tower block that I lived in. Police shouting up at me. I'm stood there with my underpants on, right? And what it was, a car had been robbed, right? So I call up the police and that, right? Said, right, listen, car's being robbed. And they said, where is it? I said, I don't know, just across the road from where I live, right? So I tell them where I live. And
Where do you live? How old are you? 13?
So she's asking loads of questions and that. I'm saying, look, whilst you're asking all this, they're actually getting away, so, will we leave it? And she's like, no, we'll track it down, blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, look, I work nights.
What could you see? You could see some
lads
just
pushing a car.
Pushing a car.
Yeah.
That's how they steal cars in Manchester, is it?
Yeah.
Everywhere else in the country, they're getting in, they're driving them away.
In the south, they drive them away.
Exactly.
Usually sort of like
In
start the
Manchester.
engine. Can you get away a lot faster? What do the police do? Push their panda car after them.
Exactly.
Say, come on lads, don't cheat, don't get in the car. They're just pushing it.
It was late at night and that, and I
Oh,
suppose
okay.
you don't want to start the engine.
Of course you don't want to wake people up, not when you're nicking cars. Of course you don't.
Alright,
No,
so,
no.
so is it
Late at
working for
night?
you?
Hold on, they
He
weren't
was
gay.
wheeling
They
it to
weren't
the
gay,
bus
were
stop.
they? They were out late, really? Come on, Karl, so what happened?
So, anyway, I said, look, don't call me back, I'm going to bed, right, I've got work in a bit.
Brilliant.
So,
Let's go, what?
so that was that, right?
Where are you working?
Next thing, right, phone's going, hello, it's the police again. I said, oh, I told you not to call me. Right?
I told you not to call me at home.
So, they said, right, the police are outside, can you go on your balcony? She's like, oh. So I'm 10 stories up, right? Stood on the balcony with like my underpants on.
Yeah.
Right? And the police are saying, where's the car? And I'm saying, I don't know, they've gone down that road now. So I'm trying to point to them. They're shouting up, saying which road and all that. And I just thought, why did they get involved?
Yeah.
I don't think they found it.
No.
It was hassle.
The
You know what I mean?
blokes were pushing it too fast.
Exactly.
They were in the next street by now, weren't
But
they?
this don't get involved. Don't get after that.
Imagine him being on some sort of trial, whereas like some sort of mob affair.
Yeah, gangland murder.
Imagine him going into the witness protection. The police just explaining to him, your new name is Jeffrey Peters.
Why can't I be called Bruce Wayne?
Well, no, Mr. Pilkington, listen. Imagine that. Do you know what witness protection is?
Oh, go on.
Amazing.
Look, it's when, supposing you were to give evidence against the mafia, right? You've done a job for them and you had to give evidence against them, right?
Right, well, if you're gonna do, I mean, all I did was 2 kids nicking a car. Yeah. Don't start messing with mafia.
No, listen, of course not, no. But imagine you were in the mafia, and, that you got caught doing something, but instead of going to prison for the rest of your life, you said, oh, well, I can give you Mr. Big, yeah? So I go, okay, give us Mr. Big and we'll let you off, right? So the police go, right, okay.
I got handed this leaflet in Soho.
So, you say, okay, well, I'll give you names. They go, right, you get evidence in court, and you go, yeah. They go, right, we'll have to get you away, because you'll be done for. So you give us all the names of Mr. Big, right? We'll give you a new identity, a new passport, we'll let you go and live in Canada for the rest of your life, with Suzanne, right?
So why have I got to do all that?
Because they'll bump you off, won't they?
How did you know it was me?
Because you have to give evidence in court. So they go, oh, Pilkington squealed.
So you got to change all your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've killed someone, yeah?
Yeah. Well, look, you just know, no, you're giving them in to keep you from going to jail. So you don't want to spend the rest of your life in prison because you're involved in something, or assault, or whatever. It doesn't matter, Karl!
No,
listen!
how would the mafia know that I've said something?
Because you say in court, those are the people, he's Mr. Big, he's Mr. So-and-so, he ordered the hit. Don't you know anything?
It's a lot of messing around though, isn't it?
But...
So I've got to leave this job, yeah?
Yeah, I think they might try XFM first.
I'd have to... What, I'd have to bin Suzanne, would I?
No, she'd go and live with you.
You have to cut off all your ties with your friends and family, though. You can't contact them. You gotta leave them behind.
Would she have to change her haircut?
Possibly.
When did the murder happen?
Yeah. What would the new identity be that you choose? What would you choose for yourself?
What name?
Probably, I wanted to be called Brett when I was a kid.
Okay.
Right. Brett what?
Brett Pilkington.
You got to change your surname, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe go X-Directory.
Where would you move to?
Probably back up north.
No.
Well, no.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Can I suggest, maybe, Brett Hanson, and go and live in Australia or Canada or something. Well, maybe when they're not operating, maybe, you know, and they just forget it.
You might have to change your identity as well. You might have to grow your hair, well, you can't grow your hair, but maybe wear a wig or a moustache.
What would you do? What would you wear?
So, like an afro or something?
Something like that.
That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant.
And I've got to do all that just because for 5 minutes I stood in a court thing.
Yes.
And said he's the one who did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why can't I just wear the afro and the glasses when I'm in the court? Say my name's Brett, right?
Yeah.
Change my voice a bit. He did it, and they go, thanks very much. I go off, I carry on my life.
That's
I'm still
genius.
coming in here on Saturday.
I don't know why they haven't thought
that. That is genius. I don't know.
This counts all the witness protection scheme.
Why don't they do that?
Yeah.
So they go, well, I'll go to court as Brett Hanson with an afro. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Right, and then when I come out, I'm back to Karl Pilkington, still talking like that, but without the afro. That is perfect. You've got... Why don't you call the FBI and say, listen, I can save you billions of dollars a year. You're a genius, Karl.
Alright.
Well done.
Or Brett, should I say. Don't Look Back Into the Sun, Libertines on XFM. I'm excited, Steve. It's that time. It's that time of the week.
Go on.
Well, Karl's in a little film.
Oh, that's what you're excited about?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant the show's almost over. Right?
Yeah, no. Come on in, Karl.
Right, so, yeah, I'm in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Took a scene from it.
Yeah.
Got to listen carefully in that. At the end, there'll be a question on, like, the clip that you've just heard. It's sort of like what they do in the Krypton Factor and stuff. So do you want to read out the prizes? Or just
yeah, there's the usual things. It's a couple of rock and roll albums. We've got the...
Why is it called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
I can't remember. I think it's explained in the book, but I don't remember. I haven't read it for many years.
If someone knows, just a quick email to do. I'd like to know that.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. You can win yourself, if you get the question right, the League of Gentlemen Series 3. We've got that Rock and Roll Legends again, the Best of Blondie, a nature programme, and the Old Grey Whistle Test, Volume 3. So if you're over 50, you'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
And just, if you haven't seen the film, it's just about, like a What would you call it?
Well, it's a guy who thinks he's going to get away with prison by going into a mental institution. It was a new experiment, but he finds out he can't get out and he's sort of trapped and, well, people know it, everyone knows what.
Just play it.
Just play it. I saw it last week, so.
Just play it.
Alright.
Well, you know, I've been observing you here now for the last 4 weeks, and I don't see any evidence of mental illness at all.
No, I'm not mental. I never said I was. I mean, alright, I got an E in history, but that isn't why I'm in here. I'm in here because I had to get away from the outside world. It was doing me head in. I've been working too hard, I'm stressed out, I've been working like loads of hours Monday to Friday. I've been working on a Saturday with Ricky and Steve, right? That's been doing me head in. People think that's a laugh when it isn't.
You're busy right now, are you? You got something to do right now?
See, this is why I'm here today, Doctor, because he's doing me head in.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, he's doing me head in. I came here to get away from Ricky. He is just as bad.
I was smarter than him, ain't I?
You're an idiot, right? You just...
we're just good friends.
No, we're not friends. And if you were a friend, you wouldn't be doing that to me, Ed.
How do you mean that?
Well, don't ask...
Come on, I'll show you.
Yes.
Get him out.
Get him off me!
Now, just hold it right there. All right.
You get off! Doctor, will you tell him?
Come here. Don't hurt you, does it?
Of course it does.
That's it. Hold on to it. Not too hard. You'll crush all the air out of it with him.
I normally do... Get off! I normally does it harder than this, but...
No. Just warming up. Warming up.
What's somebody else?
All right, be there.
Get off! See what I mean, Doctor? That's what he's doing every day. The state of this. I don't know why you do it, because it's not as if you're going to crack it open.
But I tried, didn't I? God damn it. At least I did that.
I love it, the effort.
Yeah. It's almost, I wonder if it's almost a strange premonition of the future.
Yeah.
You in some kind of home.
Alright, well,
what's the question?
Little question then. What result did I get in history?
Good.
Alright.
Yeah, well, tricky one that. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Or text, will we take text?
I can't really bother to check the texts.
Alright then, email.
Thanks for that, Rick.
Sneezy.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll play,
Pernice Brothers, yeah, it's a lovely tune from their album, what's it called? Yours, Mine and Ours. Blinded by the Stars from the Pernice Brothers. We've, a couple of, texts, I do occasionally have a look at them.
Go on.
We've had one here complaining, it doesn't say who it's from, it just says, wow, really clever homophobic material. Genius. Switching off, idiots. I don't know what they mean. It was not clever homophobic material. It was just homophobic.
Well, what do they mean, though?
But how is it homophobic? We weren't being anti-gay. We were saying we don't understand the gay world.
And anything that's...
We were querying and questioning it.
Yeah, and Karl, see, this is what I mean. Karl gets us into trouble. I can't go through Chinatown anymore. No. It's not really a town, though, is it?
It's not really a town. It's more a novelty street.
Novelty street with restaurants. Yeah. But I can't, you know, and when we sort of like talk, we get tarred with the same brush as him, because the man's an idiot. Yeah. But we often say that. We are not homophobic. I don't think Karl's homophobic. He's confused. He's interested. He's got nothing against Chinese people. He's got a little theory that they don't age well. And these are the sort of things that come across, I mean, they're not meant to be homophobic and racist. They're showing that Karl, I don't know the PC term for this, is a bit mental.
Yes.
And, you know, I think we're doing our bit by letting him on the air. On the air as well. Like that complaint he got about that woman on, what's it called? Who are you looking at?
Yeah.
Because he said about, I don't even want to repeat it, but he said something, you know.
Yeah, but I never meant to upset anyone with that.
No, I know you didn't. No, I know you didn't, no. But, I mean, it's on a website now, and, you know, to be fair, she does say it was Karl that said it, and, you know, we were the idiot presenters that let him on air. But, it's like, Karl is bad for our reputation.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's funny to be in a room with him, but then I want to sort of shake it off.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do about
Guilty by association.
I know. What have you got to say for yourself, Karl, for some of the stuff you come out with? What have you got to say? I mean, I know the answer. It's absolutely from the heart and genuine...
ignorance.
and confusion and interest. You haven't got a malicious bone in your body.
Well...
Well...
Towards me, yes, but yeah, other people.
But again, he's just honest with you. He says...
Well, don't repeat what he says.
No,
don't repeat it, just leave it.
But it's not as bad as some other things, but he's, you know, he says, well, remember you say that when you first met him, he looked a bit odd, but you got used to it.
Yeah.
Now that's from the heart. I said, that's like him sort of like being honest and nice, but he doesn't know what that... And we can take it, of course.
Well.
What have you got to say for yourself?
I haven't got anything to say, really. I mean, there's been other weird stuff going on in the week and that.
Go on.
No, might as well talk about it next week, because we're wrapping up. All I'm saying is I talk about what's gone on.
Yeah. Have we got monkey news? Have we left monkey news behind?
Monkey news! Come on!
What happened?
You can't offend monkeys!
I'll tell you what is annoying.
What?
Steve's told me about a film that is about a monkey going off with a woman.
The Charlotte Rampling thing where she...
It's a film called Max Mon Amour. Yeah, she has an affair with a monkey. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
You wouldn't like it.
We can't go into it.
You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. It's not like, it's weird and you wouldn't, Carl, it's not like a nature program where he wears a bowler hat and can talk. Okay? The nature programs that you seem to see.
Yes, I'm trying to think, I haven't seen that
one. No! Yeah. Come on, do monkey news.
Well, monkey news this week.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news,
Right, it's about this monkey that was knocking about in the 1950s.
Right.
It was known in the sort of LA area, right? And apparently, again, I haven't really checked all this out, I've just picked up bits that look interesting.
Yeah.
Wore a golden mask, and like a cape and a leopard skin belt and stuff, right? So people didn't know he was a monkey.
Of course they didn't know, yeah.
They thought it was this bloke who's going around and he was helping out crime situations and stuff.
Right, you're an idiot. So this disguise, that you see a 3'6" bloke with arms the length of his body.
No, but that's the funny thing, right? They sort of thought, it's a bit odd, you know, he's stocky, yet extremely flexible.
Yeah, and hairy, because he only wore a white mask and a belt.
And a distinctive jawline and stuff. And then,
right.
Apparently, like, he used to sort of get to his...
Nothing we say gets through, does it? You've decided you can picture this monkey going around solving crimes, and it's...
Let him finish the story. Time's running out.
So it sort of get to its crime by, like, swinging from the trees and stuff.
Of course it would,
right?
yeah.
Well, people just thought it's a normal fella.
Of course.
Then what happened was,
This is the bit that's going to annoy me, isn't it?
He helped some fellas out, like, you know, and for a reward... They were like, do you want some money? You know, you've helped save our lives during a crime and stuff. Do you want some money in that? And he just went straight for the shopping bags, got a couple of bananas and apples, right? And as he was bent down, looking into the bag, getting the bananas and apples, they pulled his mask off. Little monkey.
So he wasn't allowed to work for the police anymore?
It ended there.
Sure.
Weird, isn't it?
Rick, can I tell you the meaning of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
Can we never speak of monkey news again?
Yeah.
It comes apparently from an American children's nursery rhyme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven. Some fly east, some fly west. Some fly over the cuckoo's nest.
Brilliant.
Now thanks to Ian for emailing that. And shall I give someone the prizes?
Yeah.
Phil Corbett, there you are, that's the first one I've pulled out. He correctly guessed that it was E. It was an E that Karl got in history. The only qualification he's got, and it's an E.
Do you know that woman?
Judge the monkey news based on that.
Go on.
That woman who went out with the monkey.
What?
It's a film.
It's a film.
It was Charlotte Rampling. In the film. I don't know who played the monkey.
Did she have any kids?
What, with the monkey? In the film?
Yeah, I'm just thinking if I'm gonna get it out and stuff.
No. Why?
Oh, 'cause that would have been interesting.
Well, no, it's just that the problem there is the kids would always look more like the dad.
Wallace Chambers, Kings of Leon on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. And, England are world champions again then, so...
Oh, it's brilliant.
It was amazing, wasn't it? See, I'm not a rugby man at all. I never watched rugby. I think the last time, was when we won about 12 years ago, whenever it was. And I got into it last week, because I realised... we were doing so well, because I'll watch England win anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't care what, in fact, I wasn't into war when I was little until I realised we were so bloody good at it.
We are really good at it.
You know, it's brilliant. But, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
Right, that's the rugby thing over. What next? That's it, that's all I've got. That's all I had today.
It does seem me, sometimes I watch it and it does remind me of when I play rugby, because one of them will boot it down the field, and then someone will catch it and boot it straight back again.
Yeah.
Which is essentially how we
was made to play rugby, I had to play rugby, and I don't think I'd get rid of the ball so quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got tackled or fell over.
Yeah.
I think I touched the ball about 20 times in the 2 years it was compulsory.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same as cricket. I can't, I'm a terrible batsman. I'm alright at bowling, but it seemed like the pastime for people I went to school was to injure you.
Yes.
It was funny to see someone poleaxe. It was funny to see someone get a cricket ball in the head.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know.
I never relaxed into rugby because the first day I was going to play it, my mum, I swear to God, my mother said, "You're playing rugby today, you got the kit and everything. Enjoy it, be careful." There was a kid at my school who got, who broke his neck. And
cheers,
yeah, thanks very much for that.
See you later.
So I just went to school absolutely
one thing, broken neck, is that all? Should you get better in a couple of days? Oh,
you can find your wheelchair.
No. Enjoy the game though.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely I was just petrified from that day.
See, at least American football, you know,
got
helmets.
the helmets.
Yeah, but anyway, no injuries, thank God.
Thank goodness.
Well,
I tried to play rugby, but it's awkward when you've got glasses. I don't know, there's something about
you didn't really play with glasses on?
Yeah, quite a lot. I couldn't see anything, could I? I couldn't see anything. How else was I going to play?
Oh my God! And
so you're bound to be cautious, because inevitably you're a bit more cautious when you've got glass next to your face.
You were the tallest person on the pitch as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you were when you were about 14, you were probably 6 foot already, weren't you?
Yeah.
And everyone else was what, 5'2"?
Yeah.
So you were
towering above them.
And with glasses on.
Just with the glasses on.
And you've got pretty cool glasses now.
Thanks very
You've
much.
had a bit of a makeover. It's like Trinity and Suzanne said, first thing to go, the glasses.
Sure, sort them out,
Yeah. And presumably you used to have those mouth-to-mouth sort of bottles.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Is it true? You've never been able to mosh at a concert?
I tried to mosh. Because I've always watched people stage dive in, moshing at concerts. I've always thought that looks like brilliant. You know, when they ride above
like
everyone's
wave,
heads.
like they're surfing across
someone's heads.
and
So everyone's like, yeah. And I've always wanted to do that because I'm a big rock music fan. And the only time I did mosh was at Rage Against the Machine. I tried to mosh at Rage Against the Machine.
I love the idea of a band called Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Aimed at a man with glasses who won't mosh.
Well, it was at the Reading Festival, and I think the lead singer, I forget his name, he went, can I just remind everyone that racism and fascism are on the rise in Europe again. Let's not let it happen.
What did you do?
And we all cheered, obviously. I mean, if there's one thing that guarantees a cheer at Reading Festival, it's down with fascism.
And what did they do about it after the concert?
Pretty much went back and...
went home and had a cup of tea?
Probably, I don't know what they got up to.
They didn't go to Europe then and try and stop...
I don't think they got involved politically in Europe. I think they just continued to rage.
Against the Machine?
Yeah,
Mainly.
but largely in America, I think.
Sure.
I tried to mosh, and I got moshing, and glasses flew off. And I remember, because they were playing away, you know, you do what you tell me, And I was just going, careful! I've dropped my glasses! Can we be careful?
Loads of kids in hooded tops.
Yeah, exactly.
Just going mental.
Yeah, and they're all jumping up, so I was can we just calm down for a second?
Let's not be silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was absurd, and I had to kind of, you know, scrabble around on the floor, and thankfully they were okay, and they didn't get broken.
So what couldn't you do then?
What do you mean, what couldn't I do?
What, at school? Can you not see without glasses?
No.
I mean, it's like that you couldn't do anything.
It's a blur.
Really?
It's a blur, definitely.
God.
Yeah, it's like being kind of punch drunk or whatever. So yeah, you can't play sports when when you've got glasses.
But why not contact lenses? Because they're not strong enough.
No, they seemed a bit fiddly.
Oh, brilliant. Bit of Lou Reed.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, Satellite of Love. Classic. A retro cut. Lou Reed, with a little help from David Bowie there in the background. Satellite of Love on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now, Steve, you know how Karl won't do anything outside his jurisdiction. He moans about stuff. He's got one job. We're doing about 5 things in the week. We just turn up and he's always available. He moans about it. He goes, "Oh, lucky you caught me," right? He's chatting. He's one of those people that, whinges enough and people think he's overworked, so he got Mondays off, right? He's just a whinger.
Yeah. I haven't got Mondays off though, have I?
Yeah, well, anyway, 2 hours on a Saturday. This is what the phone message he left me Wednesday on my mobile, but I just he's chatting about certain things that are going on at the moment. What else need you know? Oh, Duncan who mentions is my agent, and, you know, you understand a few other things, but this is the sort of message I get from Karl, right? Window.
Old messages.
Alright. 12:10, Wednesday. Just getting loads of people calling me all the time about shit. Yesterday, DVDs signing for BBC London. I don't work there, but I've been dragged into that. I've got a woman on, leaving a message from Talk PR, going on about, do you want to go and see Pop Idol again? Right? Just saying, you and some listeners can go. So I'm sure you'll love that. I've got Jim Benner wanting you to introduce the tin buckets at the Astoria. So can you just like let Duncan know that I'm doing his job whilst he's sat on his arse with his thumb firmly up his arse? Can you let him know that I'm running around like a here sorting shit out for you? Alright, see you later.
Message left.
So, do you know what I mean?
I know, but that's the kind of phone message he's leaving. Do you remember who he was before you...
But he's even annoyed that he gets a phone call. I remember he got a phone call for you to do a voiceover and didn't pass it on. You missed a voiceover. That was thousands of pounds.
No, I did pass it on though, I told you.
You said someone had phoned.
Yeah.
That's not good enough.
But who's that?
Well, she didn't say, and I didn't ask. But
Of course she said!
She didn't say.
Rubbish.
So you didn't take the number down? Just when she went, oh, can you tell Steve to call me? And you went, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just thought you'd know her already. I should have known, it was a woman, so I should have known.
He's having a go, you see?
Unbelievable. I don't know how it's come back on me. You're the one who was picking on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying. I'm defending. Why is he having a go at you?
He never picks on Ricky, because he knows you are his bread and butter. Seriously, you know what I mean? The only reason he's got Mondays off is because you're still doing this show.
Yeah.
That's why he's scared of you. That's why he's like, he has a go at you on the phone, but he always picks on me, because he knows, you know, I'm a pushover, I'm a nice guy. He's scared of you. I can't believe, I don't know how it works.
Is that true?
Steve, I'm always sorting you out. I look after you. Sorting you out with tickets. I sorted you out
I got you today. Why are you picking on me?
What do you mean you're sorting about tickets and lager? What's this?
Right, whenever you want tickets.
Yeah, sorry,
I don't want to use this as, like, moaning time and that, because I don't like to moan, I'm busy and that, right? I've sorted you out tickets for gigs.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, somebody doesn't even turn up to.
Yeah, we won't even go on about that, right? Lager.
He was sorting out the Cure, he complained it was boring.
Yeah. There was that big drum of lager that you had, and you said, oh, put that in your room for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to carry it home. Right?
Lazy.
So I said, alright, then I'll put it in my room. It goes missing, it gets nicked. Then you have a go at me because it got nicked.
Yeah.
I get you another one. You make me carry it around town for you for half an hour, then you say, oh, I can't be bothered taking it home. Can you take it back to work for me?
Yeah. But, interestingly, this is like a year ago, so it's obviously, it's still pressed on you.
Oh, hang on, and I forgot the one when we had an argument over 50p. And went out for a coffee.
You didn't want to give me 50p back that you owed me.
That was the same day you'd given him about 40 quid worth of lager.
But, see, this is my problem, this was my point at the time. It's not the 50p in terms of money is not what's important. The fact that you think you don't have to give me money back because it's only 50p, that was the point at stake. It's me who makes the decision, oh, don't worry about the 50p, not you, it's only 50p, I'm not going to give it to you. You know what I mean? There's got to be rules, otherwise it's chaos, Karl. Come on, mate. Alright?
I don't want to fall out about it.
No, that's not alright. Should we kiss and make up? Do you want that?
No, it's alright.
Yeah. Well, should we play a little record and come back to this, because...
I can't believe it started with you slagging him off, Rick, and I've ended up as the monster.
I know.
Bit of R.E.M.
Yeah. R.E.M. and Animal. Animals would be R.E.M. and their Animals.
What are you talking about?
Well, no, I'm just thinking, I wonder if there's on a video for Animals, and the Animal.
What?
On a DVD, an Animals DVD. Huh?
What are you
No, I'm just
talking
saying, it's R.E.M. there, it's just a good link. R.E.M. Animals. On a DVD would be, I've got an Animals DVD out. My
got an Animals
yeah, my
DVD
DVD, my live stand-up's out, buy it. HMV and Virgin.
Well,
no, I'm just saying, Animals,
no,
it's funny.
I don't think you should plug your stand-up.
I'm not plugging it, it came up in, the Animals from R.E.M. came up.
I don't think you should plug your DVD.
Well, buy it now. It's a really good stand-up DVD.
If you're going to buy anything, I think I ought to balance this out really. If you're going to buy a DVD, you should probably buy the Office series too, because I get money for that.
That's been on telly. Animals, see, Animals hasn't been on telly. The Office has been on telly. It's bored with it.
But I don't get any money for
no,
the
I know,
Animals
but that's
DVD.
what I mean. I get everything from Animals, whereas I've got to share The Office, whereas with you and some of the other actors, whereas I get the lion's share. Lion's an animal. The lion's share of Animals. It's all mine, you see. So.
I mean, the truth of it is that it's not. I mean, it's your stand-up, and it's not great. It's a bit weak. A lot of the observations are quite poor.
No.
You're a great actor.
I'm rubbish in The Office. One trick pony.
Well,
I just touch my tie, and I look at the camera, bored with that.
Yeah.
Animals, whole new side.
Yeah. But
15,
frankly, you've been
15 quid.
You've been doing so much publicity on TV that, you know, if people have seen it all, they'll have probably seen all the best clips.
No, yeah.
And, I mean, there's only a couple of decent gags.
It's only really the dance, and you can get that on a JPEG, so
some other great stuff
don't
in
buy
there.
The Office.
There's some other great stuff in there.
No, Phoenix Nights is better than The Office. So buy Phoenix Nights, don't buy The Office. Okay?
Well,
right, let's get on with it. That's that. Right, what else is
You've probably heard most of the stand-up observations on this show, so...
Right, what have you got for us? Available in HMV. Go on.
Oh, well. I'm annoyed. Office. I was walking, away from the show last week. I was walking towards Berwick Street, like to look at the records and the record shops. And I was on my mobile phone, and I was chatting away to someone, and, what can only be described as a prostitute.
Go on.
Stood on the street corner.
Was she a woman that gives you sex for money?
Yes.
That is a prostitute.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Go on.
And as I was walking by, she said, "Do you want to buy sex?" No,
you sure it wasn't a market trader giving 6 plums or something?
No, it was definitely...
Sex for a quid?
No, it was definitely a prostitute.
Yeah.
And what annoyed me about it, what I wanted to pick her up on something, was the fact that I was on my mobile phone. It's like, can you imagine? Who would what, am I gonna hang up? Sorry, Mum, can I call you back? You know you say you want me to meet more women.
And you know you sent me that 30 quid
exactly.
for my birthday.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Johnson, I'm really excited about the job. Can I call you back? I'm just gonna negotiate with a whore. And it was just sort of, you could tell that she was clearly probably desperate for crack or a latest fix of smack. So she was literally, the normal etiquette of prostitution, you know, that they hang around, they show some thigh. I've seen this in films.
They will ya.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Take you out for a meal, that sort of thing. That had sort of gone out of the window, and she was just there, desperate, running around the streets.
Did she go out of a window? Because that's another thing, they sometimes do specialist ones.
But I was shocked, because I've never been, propositioned before, like that.
Really?
In London.
It's weird, isn't it? Karl, thoughts?
I think you'd be sort of approached a lot, because they tend to sort of go for people who look like they haven't got much chance.
Sure.
And I'm not being mean.
No.
I've known you a long time.
Sorry, I'll let you go back to it. In what way aren't you being mean? By saying that
Steve knows is a little bit odd looking.
I don't think. Well,
no, he does. Do you know?
Yeah, no, but it's not what he thinks of his looks. It's what he thinks of you talking about his looks on.
No, but it's like how you were talking before about, you know, your eyes are bad. It's nature's little way of saying, look, nothing to see here, right?
I don't get that!
I don't know what you mean.
But when you look in the mirror and that, they've gone, look, he hasn't got the looks, let's make his eyes bad, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Yeah. That's what I'm saying,
they're
balancing it out, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny, right? Now we're on the topic.
Sorry, Johnny Depp.
Now listen,
but my chest is gonna burst at this moment.
Whenever we go into this conversation, I always think to myself, Karl, do you know what you look like?
I'm gonna.
You know, seriously, can I be honest with you? You look like, you know, if you've got like a balloon, a hot air balloon, right? Just a little balloon, like a party balloon. If you drew a little face on it, right, and inflated it about halfway, that's what you look like.
Right.
No, play a record. I don't want to get into this. It's too intense.
Now you've got onto this. Let's just nip it in the bud now. I'll tell you something that I wasn't going to tell you because I think
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Right, it was on the tube. Right. Well, someone told me they were on the tube. Right. And the tube pulled into a station. Right. And one of the women saw the poster that's out at the moment with you and Rick on it. Right.
Yeah.
So this woman apparently goes, oh look, there's Ricky. Ricky's on the radio. Right. And the other woman goes, oh yeah, don't you listen to it? So she goes, oh, I didn't know it was on the radio. And she goes, oh. Look at...
Because he didn't sound this bad.
She said, oh, look at that person he's with. So she goes, yeah. She said, that's Steve. She said, I was sort of aware that he looked odd because Karl mentions it on the radio.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as much of a blow to me, but I can see how it was a bit of a shock to you.
Yeah.
So, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that isn't me sort of telling this woman to say anything. That was all happened without anybody else sort of bringing it on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
Was it... Sorry, you seem to be relishing this. Was it because of the little balloon story that made you...
I honestly, Steve, I wouldn't have told you, but if you're going to start, you know, having a pop...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't just sit here and take it and that.
No.
I mean, all mates.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah. Well, I mean, I was mistaken for Johnny Vegas. Steve's got a story about that, if you want to have a go at me.
Well, someone just thought you were fat with a beard, which is true.
Well, don't have a go at me, because he said you looked...
Well, you started it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
You were milking it. I
was laughing.
You were egging him on.
I sort of was.
Yeah.
But let's not, you know...
Oh, it's a good job you've got lots of good mates like Jonathan Ross you can go and hang out with. Don't need other friends, people who've helped you in your career.
He's a good-looking bloke, isn't he, Jonathan Ross?
He's a good-looking fella.
Player referee. Out of time by Blair. Luckily, we're not out of time. Got another hour and 25 to go. So it's not over yet on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
We've had quite a lot of emails, as ever. I should just say, because we're very lazy.
It's a much listened to show.
We're very lazy people, and we rarely reply or read out the emails, but we do...
I never read the emails.
Absolutely
so I rely... If I haven't replied to them, or my mail, Steve opens my mail and reads my emails. So if I haven't replied, it's just because he hasn't passed it on to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't passed it on to you because I know you'll never reply.
Sure.
So, I'm just cutting out that. But I just want to say thanks for the emails. We do read some of them, and we do appreciate the fact people send in jokes.
I appreciate it. I love it.
But...
we don't have to do anything towards it.
Sure, we had an email from Jack. He just said he missed the last 2 weeks' shows. Has he missed anything?
Not really.
No.
No, it's the same stuff.
Same
You missed, I
old
think last week Karl was having a go at, Chinese people not aging well. He had a go at the gays, and he came up with a ludicrous story about a monkey that was impossible. So I don't think Jack's missed much. No. Go on.
No. We've just had an email from the Pringles people.
Oh, right. Good, because it's finally started to happen. I hear these stories about people getting given cars and Armani suits and trips abroad, and we haven't had enough, but finally people are starting to, realise what we're doing, our impact on society, and we've got a whole box of Pringles sent to us. Not on those little tubes, the proper tubes, the foot-long tubes.
Yeah.
So... and well, what have they said?
Well, the Pringles guys
want them back.
No, they've said, they like the show, and if you want more Pringles, give them a call and they'll send you more Pringles.
I want more Pringles.
Yeah.
I bloody love Pringles.
Yeah.
Pringles are... The thing about Pringles is, they're Moorish, right?
Yeah.
But, how would I put it? You know the sort of thing, when I open them,
yeah.
And by that, when I pop.
Right.
Yeah. I have to eat okay, how can I put this? When I pop, I can't stop.
What do you mean? I don't...
Well, when I pop them open, I can't stop eating them open.
Right, when you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's because of the chemicals. I think that might be the reason.
But they're good chemicals.
They're good chemicals. They're the best chemicals.
Pringle chemicals.
They're not bad chemicals.
Lovely.
Like using chemical warfare.
Yes, I want some more Pringles.
Yes,
what else
more,
do they do?
Pringles. It's interesting actually, you were saying that, like, other people, like Kylie, I imagine, would get given sort of maybe sexy underwear. You got Robbie Williams where he gets the Armani suits. You get sent the crisps.
Yeah.
Which seems appropriate.
Yeah. Oh, but it's nice to be sent. Go on.
Talking of Pringles, on the Finchley Road tube station, on the way in.
There's a lot of Pringles there, isn't there?
Well, I'll tell you a job I don't like.
What?
I wouldn't want to be doing. The woman, there's a little woman who sits in the little snack stall on Finchley Road station. Yeah. And I don't know how to describe it really. She is surrounded by snacks. She can't move for snacks.
It's like American Beauty, but with different...
Not dissimilar to that. Yeah. It's a little hut on the station. And it's like, if you go to the seaside, you can put your head through one of those cardboard cutouts and it looks like you're a big fat person or whatever, and you can have your photo taken. It's like an equivalent of that, but it's just snacks everywhere. She's got bananas up to her chin. She's got chocolate coming down to her eyes, crisps either side of her. She can't move. She can't do 360 degrees. She's like packed in there. I don't know how she gets in there.
I think they put her in there first, and pour in the bananas. Yeah. And then they go pour in the nuts.
She has 2 hours of makeup before they
open.
Resting her in there. Because I'll ask for something from the fridge, and she cannot turn her head to see. She has to go by feel alone, just to feel the fridge, and get stuff out and pass it. And often I'll say, that's not what I wanted, but she can't. You've got to let her off. It's extraordinary. Dear. But there's no music playing.
Does she have to sell her way out of it?
Exactly.
If it's a slow day, she's stuck there till the next day.
Yeah, it's like a world-breaking attempt.
Yeah. Oh dear. That's Finchley Road, so if you...
if you're on Finchley Road, or just want to pop down there, have a look at the snack woman, because it is, it's
How does she get refills, though?
I don't know how it works. I don't know how she goes to the toilet or eats. I don't know what she does.
Yeah.
But God bless her.
So that's one of the jobs you wouldn't have.
That's jobs I would not like.
I've always worried about working in one of those big photocopying places.
Sure.
Because that's constant taste of toner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so dry, and I just imagine going to work with a hangover.
Yeah.
8 hours in that sort of
I think it's those jobs where, what's the best that can happen? that day? Do you know what I mean? The photocopying shop. What's the best?
Well, they probably have interesting things, like people going and photocopying.
Porno mags.
Can I have 30 copies of my art?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to the staff party.
Yeah,
But I wonder if I could do that in here.
Yeah.
Carl, what job wouldn't you want to do? Well, any job, you're a lazy...
You're joking, aren't you? I've done loads of stuff. I'm quite happy now doing what I'm doing.
Yeah? You look happy.
Trying to think.
You sound happy.
Yeah, I mean, calm down. You on drugs?
I'm alright.
Are you on E?
Before England have won and that. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, go on, happy for them.
I'm happy in that.
Yeah, what do you mean happy for them? We are England. Happy for us? Yeah. I mean, we didn't play. I did very little towards it.
No.
It was mainly Johnny Wilkinson.
Yeah, I barely contributed. Switching on the TV was about as much as I did.
Exactly. And shouting, come on!
Yeah.
Talking about jobs and that, though, I was reading the other day about, rubbish jobs that people have had and stuff.
I haven't got time when I'm at work, man. I just get on with it. I'm not squiddly diddly. Fingers in pies, different jobs. Go on.
Do you know Ivor the Terrible?
Ivan.
He,
his Russian, that was the Welsh fella. It was bloody awful, but not as bad as his Russian cousin. Ivan, go on.
He had a fella doing some work for him, right? This fella built his house. After it was done, right, the terrible fella was like,
fella Ivan.
He was going, oh, it's brilliant, you've done a good job there.
Yeah.
I don't want you to build another one like that. Took his eyes out. Just stopped him making an house like that again.
Blimey.
That's bad, isn't it?
Why didn't he take away his trowel? Then he could have seen that he couldn't have built a house without a trowel. You can't build a house without a trowel.
Yeah.
I suppose he probably later thought that, once he'd been nicknamed Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah.
He thought, why? Because you gouge people's eyes out.
Yeah, but I didn't want to build another house.
I know, but...
Take his trowel away. What would I have been then? Ivan the crafty at most.
Exactly, yeah.
Ivan the jealous, Ivan the spoilt brat, but... Gouge someone's eyes, that is bloody terrible. I'm surprised you're not called Ivan the... Do you know what I mean?
You're gonna get on history like with Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
He's mainly remembered for impaling people.
Yeah, he did a lot of other stuff.
He did a load of great charity work he did.
The impaling is the thing that's really gone down in history. When were you reading about Ivan the Terrible?
No, it's just
or Ivor the Terrible is the thing you remembered from this informative article?
No, it was just little bits like that. Talking about him, there was a thing about someone who worked for that fella who painted the ceiling.
Sistine Chapel?
Yeah. There was a thing, a woman who worked for him in his house. And,
I love how you assimilate information when it's just bordering on the academic, or just the interesting and true. It's wonderful. Ivor the Terrible gouged someone's eyes out 'cause built him an house. That fella who painted that ceiling had a woman work for him. Imagine if you wrote that down in an essay. Imagine if you wrote that in a school essay.
Well, you'd probably end up with not getting a grade, or...
Yeah, or thinking you turned out to more than you had.
Exactly. Anyway, the woman who lived with...
Yeah, the woman who lived in a shoe, go on.
Yeah, there was this woman who lived with him, and, she used to, go out and do all this shopping and that.
Yeah.
But because she couldn't read or write, he used to have to draw everything that he wanted.
Why couldn't he just tell her?
I don't know.
No, wait. That's an excellent point. Could she talk?
Yeah, but if it's a big list and that, loads of different coloured paints.
But why couldn't she draw on a piece of paper? Why did he have to do it?
Because he's a better drawer, isn't he?
That's the point. That's it. We were just looking for the logic of the story. You found it.
You've done it. Play a record. He's a better drawer. I Don't Owe You Anything by the Smiths on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, over to you. This is the time where we play, the world famous quiz, isn't it?
Rockbusters, isn't it?
Yeah. Which is Blockbusters, but with music. See you later.
Cryptic clues and that. Do you want to say?
Not really cryptic, but go on.
We've got a number of DVDs to give away, including some teachers' DVDs. We've got a bunch of CDs here, and also Ricky Gervais's live stand-up DVD, Animals, which is not good at all. I really would not encourage people to buy that. It is weak observations, poorly performed. I would recommend The Office Series 2 on DVD.
Rubbish in that. I'm awful in that. You can actually see me forgetting some of my lines.
That's true.
Go on.
Right then, so cryptic clues. Shall just an example, might be new, I reckon. People will be staying in today because it's raining and that, so might not have heard it before. So, like,
or they have and they're not listening.
yeah. Well, whatever.
Oh, good, you gave up on that, did you?
Well, give us an example of the sort of thing.
Jeez.
Alright, maybe don't.
Listen,
say that long.
I'm a broadcaster.
Words are my tool.
Go on.
Alright, forget that.
Come on, Baldy.
Right, three clues then. Here's the first one. It's a band or an artist.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to the northeast. What are you going there for?
Good point, good question.
Right?
Yeah, if it had been why you're going to the northwest, that's a different matter. Go on.
Going to the northeast, what are you going there for? Right. S is the initial, so it's a band or an artist it starts with an S, and that's the clue, right? Second one, oh yeah, she's related to the man in the lamp. Right? That's G, right? She's related to the man in the lamp. Right? And the third one is, the Jamaican fella would love to live there, but it's a little bit pricey.
Oh God, I feel an accent coming
That's
on.
one way you're gonna have to think about it with the accent.
I imagine.
There, DS for that one, right? So the Jamaican fella would love to live there, but, you know, it's a bit dear and that, and a bit pricey. So,
So give us some again, quickly.
Right, the first one, I'm going to the northeast, what are you going there for? That's S. She's related to the man in the lamp, you know. That's G.
Changes
and
a bit.
the Jamaican fella would love to live there, but a little bit pricey. And
Okay.
that's DS, so email in or text and that.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. What's
or
the
text 83XFM. Yeah, what's
Win those
that?
prizes.
Brilliant.
Play some ads?
Yeah. Steve, is there anything wrong with a bit of old-fashioned rock and roll, yes or no?
I do not believe so.
Well, then there's Jet, so roll over DJ on XFM 104.9.
Who are you?
Ricky Gervais, who are you?
Steve Merchant.
Who's that little bald mank whinging twat over there?
Karl Pilkington.
Yeah, sure.
One and only.
Alright? Oh, go on.
Rick, as you know, there's always junk lying around in this studio, and not all of it is Rockbusters prizes.
No.
And there's, I've just been flipping
Some is the playlist.
Yeah, exactly. And, I was, just flipping through an old copy of the Guardian Guide from last week.
Sure.
You know, the little listings thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know if people might have seen it. There was a documentary on this week about the transfer of British sitcoms to America.
Yeah.
And, we did an interview for that because they're remaking the show over in the States. And I'm just flicking through and I noticed there's a little write-up about it here. And it says, blah, 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 and it says, quoting me, it says, "We don't care if David Brent becomes a woman," burbles Steve Merchant, eyes bulging with imagined riches. No, my eyes bulge normally. That's not me being greedy, that's
you know
just
that thing
me.
I did on it when I sort of like rub my fingers together and do that stupid Brent, people take that seriously.
I know.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Oh, some people got it, but I think it was something in the paper the next day said Gervais's mannerisms could have been transferred as dollar signs. Well, I was doing it sarcastically. I was doing it like that. I was pretending that I just cared about the money.
Yeah.
So, irony, you see, people say Americans don't get irony. Most people here don't get irony.
Absolutely right.
That's why they think this show's rubbish.
Yeah. I know.
We fooled them.
Yeah.
We've had the last laugh. We
Exactly.
think it's really good.
Exactly.
Carl, come on. That was, let's have some news. Let's do some proper radio. Have you, all your news comes from Ananova, doesn't it?
What will Dr. Fox do about now at 2 o'clock? He'd do some amusing news.
It's coming up for 2, and here is the news with Karl Pilkington.
Well, like I said, it's just headlines and that. I don't bother reading on if I like the headline.
And it's all from Ananova, not from a newspaper or...
It's not made up or anything. These
no,
are real
okay then. Well,
headlines,
let's see. Okay, imagine Trevor McDonald doing this.
These are real news headlines.
Okay then. Well, they're real to Karl. Okay, here we go. And here is the news with Karl Pilkington. Bong!
Man hid in wardrobe to avoid work.
Yeah, good.
Alright.
Bong!
Teenager gets stuck in washing machine.
Bong!
Dutchman has 2 right feet.
Bong!
Cow hit by train lands on farmer's wife.
That is the real news to you, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
Oh, I was just thinking the cow flying through the air!
Yeah.
And the wife's going, oh no!
Yeah.
Oh dear. Dutchman has 2 right feet.
Yeah. He's having some operation or something, and
What, they put the wrong foot on him?
he's got 2 right feet or something.
Well, maybe it was only a right foot that was available.
Good dancer.
Yeah. Oh dear.
What
Well,
else?
in real news, I was, I followed that thing with, it was that fella that got into the palace when Bush was there.
Right, an undercover
The
journalist, yeah.
I mean, it would have been a problem if he was a terrorist. But it's sort of like, and as the palace said, you know, all our tests are to expose terrorists, not journalists.
Yeah.
I just think it was no big deal, really.
Yeah.
I think it was much more big a deal for
Well, I
the
think it
journalists than anyone else. It's like, well, okay, well, all the journalists in the world can pop up as long as no terrorists get in.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. A bloke just got through a terrorist. No, an ice cream seller.
Yeah.
That's all right. Then.
Who's that there waiting hand for thinking, I can't believe it, it's Baz Banningboim from the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
And I think that's Gary Bushell. That's fine.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But it was just that all he did wrong though was just lied on his CV.
Well, I think he did.
But everyone lies on their CV.
Of course. Of course.
Oh,
Everyone
actually,
gives references.
I don't think I've ever done a CV. I tried to lie, I did one once. When I was at ULU and I was an events manager, I applied for a job at Radio 1 for events manager. Didn't even get an interview.
Yeah.
So I just stopped the CV lark.
Sure.
And I just, you know.
The one knocked back and that was
Exactly.
it.
No, but yeah. So,
You've lied on your CV, have you, Karl?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah.
It's just,
it's like someone from Little Britain. Yeah, no. Yeah, loads. Yeah, go on. Come on.
there was one
Radio,
when,
come on.
there was a job going at Granada. In fact, this isn't even lying, and I still didn't get the job.
Go
right?
on.
But,
Well, you
Granada.
don't get a job just because you don't lie. It's not, have you lied? No, you got the job.
Yeah.
No, but there was they ask you loads of stuff, don't they, that you think, oh, that's got nothing to do with the job. I don't know why you're bothering me asking me certain stuff, right?
Qualifications, things like that,
Yeah.
But, well, it was languages,
Yeah.
right?
What did it say?
It just said, you know, put your name, put your address, languages, right? And,
What? Oh, yeah.
And
What,
I
do
just-
you don't speak any other languages, do you?
well, I just put English, quite good.
You didn't!
No, I did. Honestly, ask Suzanne.
I think you told me this before. Did you really put English quite good?
Yeah, honest to God. Didn't hear back.
Well, you know what they meant now. That you know what your error was, don't you?
Yeah,
Are you fluent in French, German, Chinese?
but I didn't want them to think I've got loads of big words and that. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't use loads of big words and stuff.
No,
but
they
there's
meant,
no
do you
point.
speak any other languages?
It's any other languages, Karl, not the
They
one
assume
your
that you
native
can
language.
speak English because you're filling out a form.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's like language is none. They,
Yeah.
they assume you can speak something, and they probably think it was English. And to put quite good when you are English.
Yeah.
English is your first language, yeah, I'm quite good at it. I see your point, though.
It's true, though, isn't it? I'm not sure quite good is accurate.
No, poor. English,
weak.
poor. Weak. You didn't get the interview, no? What did Suzanne say when you told her you put that?
She just laughed. It was
Really?
too late. It was too late to do anything.
How's her hair? Do you want to talk about it?
Right, she's off today, so
It's alright, is it? Oh, she's listening, you mean?
she's at home today.
But it's probably alright now, isn't it? Because a bad hair day, it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
last.
but it'll be nice. It'll be nice, not today.
You're scared of her, aren't you?
No. I mean, I don't want to...
You've learned your lesson that, you know, you can't talk about people like that. Because it upsets them.
Well, plus I can't do it all now, because we're doing Pulp Fiction later. And it sort of involves the head. So...
Brilliant!
So let's...
Excellent, there's me thinking that you're being considerate.
Yeah.
Or worried about
We don't want to use up the material until later.
Play a record! Travis. Beautiful occupation. What's the best job you've ever had still, Karl? Talk about occupations. It is still
Paper round.
Is it still the paper round?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
No, it was good though. If you look at it, like, you know, what I liked about it, you're your own boss.
No, you're not. You're not your own boss.
No,
The
guy who runs
news
the news
agent
agent.
is your boss.
Alright. But then once you get out and you've got your papers and that, you're on your
Do
own.
what you want
can
as long
think
as you
about
deliver the
stuff.
papers exactly to the places he said you are in the time he said.
Yeah.
It's
And I did.
freedom, isn't it? Any jobs you wouldn't do? I just thought of one that you wouldn't do
Go on.
with your sort of mild homophobia.
Well, I'm not.
Proctologist.
What's that?
Basically sticking your finger at other people's arseholes.
Right, well, I wouldn't do that now. Why have you got to do that?
What do you mean, why have you got to do
Well, why
that?
does anyone need that doing?
Does they got to look if they've got an arseache or something?
Which trainee doctor makes that their speciality?
Do you know what I mean? That must be, right, we got a place for apologies, and it's you, Meadows. You came last.
Oh, seriously, what? I'm not the arse doctor, am I?
Yeah, you came last.
Oh, I'm a bum GP, I can't believe it.
Yeah, you got to, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
That must be it, mustn't it?
Well, presumably no one would choose it. No one would purely, if they can have the brain surgery,
well, what if you were brilliant, but you were shy, you couldn't look people in the face?
Yeah.
You can you could do anything you want. No, I just don't want to look at them, I just want to do their asses.
Yeah.
Really? Just want to do the asses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Carl's face! You didn't know there was such a thing as an arse doctor, did you?
No, not really. Specialised, he does nothing all day but that.
Well, he probably has a sandwich about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Washes his hands. What do you mean he does nothing all day but that? You don't say that about a brain surgeon or thoracic surgeon, do you?
No, but that all day. That's not good, is it?
I love the fact that I can blow his mind.
Yeah.
With just things that people take for granted. A dentist just looks in mouths all day.
Yeah, but that's a bum job.
Just think of that. Oh.
So what do you need to know then there?
It's a lot to know.
You gotta have nice nails.
Yeah.
No rough edges.
Well, you'd be alright, because you got that job handing out biscuits to the old people if you had nice hands, didn't you?
So, yeah. And I know a lot about biscuits. I know my biscuits.
Do you?
Yeah, I know which ones they like and that.
Do you? What do they like? What do old people like?
Bourbons, rich
Do they really? Because that's my least favourite. I would never eat a bourbon. I could be starving and I wouldn't eat a bourbon.
If you want to let us know what your favourite biscuit is, why not email in? Gervais, that XFM.
But I'll tell you what, so with all them eating biscuits, I bet they get arse problems, don't they? So you could double up, couldn't you? You could be handing out biscuits in the morning and checking out.
So why would you go and have that done then? What sort of problems then?
What do you mean? Loads of problems.
Like what?
Prostate.
And they've got to go there. They have to like have a little, you know.
Well, there was that. I told you that story. That bloke. It's not an apocryphal tale because it's about an orderly's report, and this is the bloke that filled out the form of what happened. He went into hospital basically with a sauce bottle up his arse, and on the report, he said obviously, you know, pleasuring himself using a sauce bottle. And on the report he said that he'd been shopping at Safeways, and he'd come in with his shopping, and he'd forgot his key, so he'd put his bags down on the step, right? And he started climbing up the drain pipe to get in, right? But as he was climbing up, his trousers and pants fell down. He slipped and fell, and the sauce bottle went up his arse. And the orderly said this story would be somewhat believable if Safeway sold their sauce bottles with condoms already attached.
That's like a game of Kaplunk.
So he I love that he put a condom on it. I wonder if that was so he didn't want to get an infection from it, or he wanted to use it on his chips later. So waste not, want not.
Talking of arse.
Yeah.
Blockbusters. We should give those clues again because we're not getting many right responses here. Let's give them once more.
Do you know what I think? Because the mentalists out there get his clues and they're rubbish. So I think his clue must be so way off.
I know.
That it's something wrong. Do you know what a pun is, don't you? You can't change the word. You can't have, he's bald and he rides a bike. Who's that? Bicycle Stipe. That doesn't count. It's got to be Michael Stipe for it to be correct. It's got to be Michael Stipe, yeah?
Alright, well, the most we've got 2 right, right? So...
Let's hear the clues again.
Alright. First one was, I'm going to the northeast. What are you going there for? S. It's a band or an artist that starts with S, right? I'm going to the northeast. What are you going there for? Second one, she's related to the man in the lamp. Right? That's G. Band or an artist. The last one. The Jamaican fellow would love to live there. It's a bit pricey though. Right? DS. Right?
DS.
DS. Email in or text in.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Or on the text, 83XFM. Right?
Dylan's of course playing in London this week.
Yeah.
And,
good luck to him.
Classic. Bob Dylan, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue from 1960 something.
Bit of trivia for you, Steve.
Go on.
That is the last record we ever played on the old XFM before we were fired.
I bet that was a moving moment for about 8 people.
I just thought of something. You know that thing we did about, they said that we just cared about the money, selling it to America?
Yeah.
If we cared about money,
yeah,
would we be here now? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
I think this proves that we don't do things for the money.
Exactly.
Jesus. Alright, Carl?
Couple of emails. Monkey Matt's emailed us.
Who?
Monkey Matt.
Oh, Matty, yeah, go on.
Yeah. He says,
how's the monster?
He's alright. He says, Karl has missed a cracking headline from The Sport. Hide-and-seek champion found dead in cupboard. I hope it's real. I don't know if it is.
I doubt it.
Just looking through some of the news stories that Karl did make it into Karl's news roundup.
Yeah.
This one you might be interested in. Headline, woman says partner ran off to become vampire.
Yeah.
And it says, a young mother says her partner has dumped her to become a vampire. Rebecca Roberts from Somerset says Matthew Barrett fell for a blood-worshipping woman in a US cult. The 23-year-old mother says he began shaving all his body hair, dressed in black, and used Rebecca's lipstick to redden his eyes. Rebecca caught him performing weird blood rituals in front of his computer at night, cutting himself to prove commitment. She said, I thought it was just a hobby. Everyone's got a right to one. I was pleased he found an interest.
Brilliant.
This is apparently from The Sun. Apparently he's left. He's gone to America. He's living in this Ohio-based cult. But it's the last bit where she's been asked whether or not, if he came back, would she take him back?
Sure.
And this is where I wonder if the journalist, you know how journalists are supposed to just report the news, be objective.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe the journalist here has maybe had some interference.
Made the quote better for them than, go on.
Because it says, I never thought this would take over his life. Now, if he came back, I'd say fangs, but no fangs.
Oh dear!
I can't believe. Imagine you're the woman, Rick.
Okay.
And I've come round.
You're the journalist.
I'm the journalist, and I've come in and I've said, okay, I read about this.
All I have to do is not say that thing.
You've come. I understand you're obviously quite upset. It's gone
gutted.
off. If he came back, would you take him back?
Definitely not.
Right.
Really,
what would you say to him then if he came back?
Just get lost.
Right, but
I'm really pissed off with you.
Would you perhaps say something a bit more pithy?
Not in this situation, no.
You're upset?
He cuts himself, he drinks blood, he's left me. Sod off. I'm not interested, mate.
Because I'll tell you what.
Go on.
I mean, I like what you said there, but I wonder if we could condense that a bit more. If he came back, would you say...
Go away.
Would you ever say something like, thanks, but no thanks?
No, because it makes it flippant, because I'm really angry.
I know you're annoyed.
And I'm upset, so I wouldn't say... I certainly wouldn't say thanks. I might say no thanks.
But what if you sort of said it, like, aggressively, like you were giving him the finger? Thanks, but no thanks. Like, you didn't really mean
sort
it.
of sarcastically?
Sarcastically. Would you possibly say
I might say thanks, but no thanks, and that'll be it. And that's that, and I'd leave it there. I'd never change that.
Sure.
I'd never change those words.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Do you like puns?
Hate them.
Right.
I don't like Countdown, I don't like QI, I don't like any of those posh Cambridge, Oxford type. I hate puns.
If you had to say thanks but no thanks in the form of a pun, what would you maybe say?
I wouldn't. I never would.
Right.
I'd say thanks but no thanks. I would, I mean, I feel embarrassed that I'd even say that because I don't think I would even say thanks but no thanks.
Okay.
But if I did go that far, I'd leave it there.
Sure.
So.
Have you ever noticed, as I have,
Go on.
the similarity between the word thanks and fangs?
Not really.
It's very similar.
Not
Thanks,
really.
fangs,
F-T-H, there's a K.
Fangs very much.
G, it's A and S, well the A, the N and the S, but that's about it.
Would you agree it sounds marginally similar?
Yeah,
Is it possible you might one day say fangs but no fangs?
I wouldn't know.
Right. I could put that though, could I?
But don't say I said it.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Fangs but no fangs.
Yeah. This is the thing, just, if you ever read an article in The Sun, The Mirror, anything, do not believe it. Really seriously question and query it, because...
If it ends with fangs, no fangs.
If it ends with a pun, almost certainly they never said it.
Feeder. You know what? I'm annoyed at now, right? We've got another ad break coming up. How many ad breaks have we had in this show?
I know.
Carl, how many ad breaks have we had in this show?
Only about 3 an hour. 3 or 4 an hour.
3 or 4 an hour, so I've got 3 minutes. So, 20 minutes. 20 minutes is wasted on shite. I mean, apart from the stuff we talk about.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because, someone said to me last week that they felt that there were more adverts now on the show than there used to be.
Are there more adverts in the show?
I think, just checking some of the emails, I think that's because people are requesting them. They find them more entertaining than what we're giving them.
But, can't we sort this out?
Don't go on about it.
No, can't we though? Why can't we have less? Why have we got so many? Is it,
It happens, doesn't it?
well no, you can't listen to the radio in after every record. It's bad enough trying to keep me listening with the rubbish we come out with.
Well, we've got Rockbusters here, let's get them back. You know what I mean? Right,
Come on then. Right, has anyone got all three?
No.
No, right, okay, so there's some, I'm gonna ban Rockbusters. Okay, go on then, what are the clues again? Tell me the answers.
Well, give us the ones that they did get.
Alright, well they did get, she's related to the man in the lamp.
What's that?
That was G. That was Genesis. Alright?
Genesis?
Like Genesis. So, the sister of the genie, Genesis, they got that one.
No. What's the band's name?
Genesis.
No, say the band name. Genesis. Right, okay. Well, I don't get it, because Genie is nothing like that.
Well, they did, so don't worry about it. Stop worrying about the ads, stop worrying about that, alright? The third one was, the Jamaican fella would love to live there.
Go on.
But it's a little bit pricey.
Go on.
Right?
What was the initial?
DS. Deer Streets.
What?
It's a Deer Street to live on.
Deer Streets, oh yeah, I haven't heard of them. They're a band.
That's Dire Straits.
No, it's not Dire Straits! It's not Dire Straits! Deer Streets!
The Jamaican fella.
Go on, make it sound like that.
Like Deer Streets. Deer Streets.
Do it again, no, it's still not, keep going. I haven't got it yet, go on.
Deer Streets.
Deer Streets.
They got that one as well, so...
Alright, well let's hear the one they did.
Can I do an impression of a Jamaican fella saying Dire Straits?
Right,
Dire Straits.
The first
it's not the same!
The first one they struggled with was, I'm going to the northeast. What are you going there for?
Well, when you say struggled with, no one got this.
No one got it.
People go on, then. Didn't even attempt it.
Okay, go on, the northeast, what?
I'm going to the northeast. What are you going there for? Seal.
Seal? What?
Hull's up in the northeast.
Hull is, yeah, Hull, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I haven't heard of them either.
That's a seal, right? So that works.
Who's Seal?
Seal.
Oh, Seal? Yeah. What's that got to do with the north, though?
Seal. That's the way I'd say it, innit?
Okay, that's the end of Rockbusters.
Unbelievable.
That's the end of Rockbusters.
I can't believe we even brought it back, Rick.
Right? I'm serious, that's the end of Rockbusters.
Can I be honest with you?
Go on.
I'd love to hear some adverts now instead of that.
Well,
so would I. Adverts are better than that.
I'm just saying, Laura.
Doesn't matter.
Laura's the one with
well done, Laura.
Right? She only got two, but we'll give her that.
Yeah, just play the ads. I'm actually looking forward to the ads.
Really looking forward to it. I hope it's a
Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. We're all in love on XFM 104.9. Sorry about, Rockbusters. That's the end of it. Definitely. Because it was dreadful. Do you know what I mean? It's not, do you know what I mean, Steve?
Yeah.
It's quite funny, but that was awful.
I mean, we've apologised for that quiz so many times.
I know, we've given it, I think it's 2 comebacks.
Though, don't they?
No, they don't like it. They don't like it, because it's people, no, that's the end of that. Less adverts next week, sort that out.
Yeah.
Because it's awful, 20 minutes of adverts. Do you know what I mean? It's not what people listen for. So, right, redeem yourself. Have you got the film thing you're in?
Right, yeah, I'm in a film. It's Pulp Fiction this week.
Right.
Changed it a little bit, tweaked the storyline a little bit.
Okay.
It's just
to make it better, yeah.
It's just do you know I've talked about Suzanne's hair and that?
Yeah.
About when she got it cut, didn't like it and that.
Yeah.
So it's sort of about that. Listen to it, there'll be a question at the end. You can win some good stuff.
Yeah, well.
Right? So, and this is the scene where they're in the restaurant, do you know, when they're about to do the robbery?
Yeah, play.
So it's not a restaurant, change that, it's a barber's.
Right.
Alright?
Okay.
Alright. There you go then.
Is there going to be a question after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Girlfriend came in here earlier. Had a haircut, I'm not happy with it, look at the state of that. Well, don't laugh. Yeah? I mean, I don't want to cause any fuss, but just want you to sort it out.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Well, you can do that, because it looks a mess.
Look, my friend, this is just where you and I differ.
Well, you've got to do something, because look at it. When she came through the front door at home, I thought Dave Hill out Slade had walked in.
Funny, I was thinking the same thing.
Look, I don't want to cause any problems or anything. She hasn't even seen it properly yet. She sort of had it cut and came straight home and didn't look at it. Suzanne, just look in that mirror, look what they've done to your head.
God damn it, what is it?
Suzanne!
No! We're not gonna do anything stupid, are we? I'm the manager here. That's no problem.
What do you mean it's not a problem? Look at the state of her hair.
Be calm, cooperate, and this will all be over in a minute.
I want to go home.
No, we're not going anywhere until they sort your hair out. I'm not walking home with your hair like that. It's embarrassing. So let's just get it...
You die.
No, forget having it die. Just get it cut. Colour's not a problem, just sort it out, just get rid of...
Let's see what we can do.
Right, good. Look at it, look at the state of it.
I'm trying real hard.
Suzanne, just keep your head still there so you can...
Just hang in there, baby, you're doing great, I'm proud of you.
Just sort that bit out there, just cut that. My barber says I've got the hair of a Chinaman. Have you heard that before? What? What's so funny about that? Is it serious or what? Freaking me out.
If my answers frighten you, you should cease asking scary questions. It's almost over.
There you go.
No, it's not brilliant, but that'll have to do, won't it? I reckon we'll have to buy her a hat on the way home.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Do you think Suzanne's listening?
It's alright, isn't it?
I like the fact that in that she's represented with a sort of dimwit southern accent.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend, so I'm sure she'll have appreciated that.
Alright,
It's nice, yeah, it was a nice... I don't know what kind of copyright infringements that was made.
Yeah.
But,
right, well, the question is, what did I say is odd about my hair?
odd about your hair?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Fans of the show will know that already, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, or, yeah, just email, actually.
Yeah.
Bored?
Right.
Yeah. You can win some tat. The usual address.
That is a beautiful record.
Yeah, this is Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen, as recorded by Badly Drawn Boy. You'll enjoy it.
Good job.
Badly Drawn Boy doing his version of Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road.
Good effort.
XFM 104.9. Tricky song to do a good version of, but not
good
bad.
effort.
Not bad.
Badly.
Tell you what, who's also made a good effort?
Go on.
Stephen Gunning of Tooting. He's correctly identified that Karl's hair is like that of a Chinaman's.
Or it was.
Yeah, many other people have emailed in saying, how can we know what your hair's like, because you are a bold mank twat. Yeah. So people have correctly...
Is our language okay on this show, in general?
I've told you that, you know, to be careful on that.
Yeah, why don't you try putting some effort into it as you get Mondays off for this 2 hours? You come up with Rockbuster clue that no one can get because it was impossible, it wasn't even a clue.
Oh, yeah. I've got your headlines. I've done Pulp Fiction, right? I taught you about that fella, the builder fella, and his eyes and that.
You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you've taught me. It's sort of like you borrow information. It's like one of those things that, you know, what are those things called, write once, read many. You can just pass it on, and it's
yeah,
one of those CDs you can just play once.
Well, it struck me
that is you and information. It goes in, if you tell someone once, it's like you've lost it. It's like pass the parcel with knowledge. It's gone now, you don't even remember what you told me.
The chain letter.
What?
You mean chain letter, don't you?
Shut up. It struck me when we were listening to his phone call to you at the very beginning of the show. I don't know if you might have missed that, but basically it was a message that Karl left for Ricky. But about halfway through that message, there was the feeling, I don't know if you noticed, but like the words started to fall apart. It was like he wasn't going to make it. Every time Karl opens his mouth, it's the equivalent of walking across one of those rickety bridges in Indiana Jones. That you might not make it to the other side.
I know, yeah. Oh, look at him.
Anyway, we've had a few laughs and we've had a few insults.
Yeah,
but,
so we'll try and honestly, I'll try and sort out something else as opposed to Rockbusters next week. Less adverts, I think.
Ideally.
What else?
Oh, better chat, better music, better presenters.
No, come on.
We got rid of Monkey News.
Is there no Monkey News?
No, it's gone on this week.
Don't talk, there must be some Monkey News. It's not like it's real news. You tell us stories about chimps from the 18th century. Don't give me nothing happened this week. You just didn't look at the internet.
Did look.
And there's no news. Nothing happened.
There was one little bit of Monkey News about, how you can now buy tea that's been picked by little chimps because